Okay. So now I haven't done anything in a while. I'm still 115 pounds. Um, and that really sucks. Um, but I haven't been following my diet as strictly as I quite possibly would like to, mostly concerning the fact that I've been having stresses in my relationship. Um, I have something to admit to YouTube today. I am a sex love addict, and I know it's also known as nymphomaniac, and that's everybody thinks, ooh, nymphomaniac, um, so hot, but it's not. It's a form of OCD. It's an addictive personality trait, and I also have addictive personality traits as far as narcotics in general and alcohol. Alcoholism and drug addiction runs heavily in my family. I haven't gone through that whole phase where it's like, oh, I used to shoot heroin and oh, I used to drink every single night. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's just I have these traits, and I mean, when I drink alcohol, I can't stop drinking at some point where I just have a buzz. I have to drink until I'm numb in the face, and it's really bad. And when I start getting sober, a voice in my head starts screaming, "Ah, we're getting sober!" And as far as using drugs, the thing is, I haven't hit a low point. Um, as far as substance abuse, but it's and I don't use right now. I'm still pretty much straight edge. Um, but I do understand that I have an underlying problem, and um, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. So the stresses in my relationship is this time I did a lot better than I have all the other times. um, every relationship I have ever been in, I have cheated on my boyfriends. That's really bad. And usually my mentality is, fuck these guys, they're not treating me right, I could just roll with somebody else. Um, and it's not right to do. If I'm not happy with somebody, I should just break up with them. But I just keep getting caught up in these situations, and I put myself there, which is a bad thing to do. And so all the other times I've actually slept with other individuals and moved in with them and bounced from house to house just to kind of have a place to live and almost like a lifeline, which is really a negative thing to do. And um, this time, my fiance he's using drugs behind my back. He's lying to me a lot. He does a lot of sweet things, but it's just he's using drugs, and it's breaking my heart. And then there's this guy who's been clean for a long time and isn't an addict, and he's got his shit together, and he's telling me how much he liked me and how I should move in with him, and this is crazy because I only had known him for like a week, and he leaned in and he kissed me, and I kissed back for 20 seconds, and then I said, no, I don't want to do this, don't contact me anymore, this is wrong. And I went home and I told my boyfriend, and I fessed up to it and I came clean. And I've never done that before. And that was the first step. And it caused a lot of stress for a while, but things are smoothing out, and that's one of the main reasons I haven't done a video in a while. Um, and now I'm really starting to assess my problems because I'm trying to grow as a person in general. So I throw something away the 20th of every month. Um, I reorganize my personal possessions constantly. Um, I take a shower at least once a day. I I make a to-do list every day, which includes cleaning my house every single time. Even if it doesn't need it, I'll find something to clean. I kind of have OCD. Um, but I'm really starting to assess more of my problems as a person in general, because I don't necessarily have moral values. Oh, in a general sense I do, but I don't have moral values that are generally connected to most people, like staying with one person. I believe that people could have polyamorous relationships, but that's just not how it works with my partner. Um, so I am starting to go to. I've been going to NA and AA for the past year, on and off, mostly to support friends. But and I'm not religious, and they have kind of a religious base. But the fact of the matter is, they're saying is, um, give your power up to God as you understand Him, and it's not like any specific God. They don't want you to feel righteous in yourself, because a lot of addicts are like, oh, I can handle it. So they want you to just give up feeling like you have all the power, because you don't. And they want you to just move past that, and then kind of break you down, and then rebuild yourself into this person that you want to be. But first you have to kind of destroy the old self. So and just recently I've been going to Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous meetings. So I go to AA, NA, SLAA. I have joined numerous clubs at school, including Toastmasters, which is public speaking, the ICC, which is the Inner Club Council, which uh, governs the funds and stuff for my college campus, for all the other clubs. And I've also joined the QSA, which is the Queer Straight Alliance at my college. Um, and I have also joined the SDS. Well, I go to SDS meetings. Um, and like the March 4th protest, I don't know if you guys know about this, the March 4th protest in San Francisco, I was there against the budget cuts on education and the fee hikes. And I'm just being very involved in my community as much as possible. And I'm trying to find happiness in myself rather than through other people and through material possessions and substances. So I'm kind of going for almost a Buddhist lifestyle, I guess you could say. But in reality, I'm just seeking a higher, even though I'm an existential nihilist, um, the idea of spiritual or higher spiritual self or spiritual awakening isn't an intangible idea. It isn't something that's fake to me. If you feel like you've made a great accomplishment internally as an individual, then it's kind of a spiritual awakening or a spiritual enlightenment or something like of the sort. And so um, I'm at a transitioning stage where I don't want to have sex in order to feel better about a situation. I don't want to lash out at people when I'm having a bad day. Um, I don't want to need to buy something when I feel bad. I don't want to have to go out to lunch and eat something when I feel depressed or lonely. I don't want to have to do these things in order to feel good about myself. And I want to have a higher sense of self to the point where I just don't need things to be happy. And I'm working towards it, and I'm making a lot of progress. Um, but it's just one day at a time. So, yeah, sorry I've been out of the loop for a while, but I intend on still staying on my diet to get to 100 pounds, and I also intend on improving myself spiritually, um, as a person in general through meetings and stuff, because it has a good guideline. It's universal. Just go to the NA website. It has a whole list of the steps, and it does say God a lot, but try to take God into kind of a loose concept. Um, and all that jazz. So I'm reaching for a higher sense of self, and it'll make me feel like a stronger and happier person. So I'll keep you guys updated. All right. Peace.